Hello all, this is the optional video for those who have already watched the first and second video in work and time playlist, because I want to recap everything that we have discussed in those two videos. In the first video we have discussed about relation between work, time and the number of people required to complete a work, and in the second video we have discussed about four important fundamental rules that are very important to solve any type of work and time related problem. In this video, I want to recap everything that we have already discussed. So for those who have already watched those two videos, you can skip this video. Okay, let's discuss about the three important relations in work and time related problems. The relations are in between work, time and people or persons. The first relation is work and time. So how these two are affected? So if there is more work, then more amount of time is required to complete that work. So work is directly proportional to time. This is the first relation. Okay, and also conversely is also true. That is, time is directly proportional to work. If there is more amount of time, then we can do more amount of work. The second relation states work and persons. Suppose if there is more amount of work is there, then we require more amount of people to complete that work, right? So if work increases, then number of people required are also increases. Hence we have the relation directly proportional. And also conversely is also true. More amount of people are there, then we can complete more amount of work. The third rule is between the time and persons. If there is more amount of time, then we require less amount of people, because with less number of people, as we are having more amount of time, we can complete the work. So we are having inversely proportional here. Okay, inversely proportional means time is inversely proportional to number of people required. And conversely we can say if there are more amount of people available, then we require less amount of time. So inversely proportional to time. Okay, these are the three relations that we should keep in mind. Don't by heart these three relations, we have to understand them. If more amount of work is there, then more amount of time is required. If more amount of work is there, then more amount of persons are required. If more amount of time is there, then less amount of persons are required to do the same work. These are the three relations. Now discuss about the four fundamental rules that we should know before solving any type of work and time related problems. Rule 1 is, if a person is taking n number of days to complete a work, okay, we are taking n number of days to complete a work, then how much work he will complete in one day is 1 by nth of the work. He can complete 1 by nth of the work in one day. This is the first rule. This is the first rule. For example, if a person completes a work in 30 days, then in one day, how much work he will do? 1 by 30th of the work he will do. The second rule is exactly opposite to the first rule. If a person can do 1 by nth of the work in one day, then he can complete that work, complete work in n days. For example, if a person is completing 1 by 20 of the work in one day, then he can complete that total work in 20 days. These are the two rules which are very easy and also which are very important while solving these problems. Rule 3 says, suppose assume there are two persons, person P and person Q. Okay, P is more efficient than Q. Here I am using efficient term. Efficient defines two things, like a person should do more amount of work, and also he should complete the more amount of work in less time. Okay, in less time he should do more work. This is what efficient means. Then assume if P is more efficient than Q. How many times? N times efficient. N times efficient. Then the ratio between the amount of work done by P and the work done by Q will be N:1. This is the work done ratio of P and Q. Okay. Then what will be the time taken by them for the same work? The time taken ratio will be 1:n. These two are very important. Suppose I will tell you one example. If there is a work, 1W defines one work. Okay. If P is 3 times efficient than Q, then what is the ratio of their work done? 3:1. This is the ratio of work done. Then what is the time taken by them? Ratio 1:3. Okay. Let's discuss the fourth rule. The fourth rule states, if ratio of number of men required to complete a work is m:n. For suppose to complete a one work, in one scenario we are having m number of people. In another scenario we are having n number of people. Okay. Then what is the time taken by them? The time taken by them will be, the ratio will be n:m. This is also very important. Suppose let's take an example. We are having 5 members to complete a work. First case. Okay. In the second case, we are having 4 people. Let the ratio will be 5:4. It is the number of men required for the task in 2 different cases. Okay. Then the time taken to complete the same task will be 4:5. Okay. These are the 4 rules that we have to remember. And also we will practice a lot of problems using these 4 rules in the upcoming videos. So please stay tuned and see you soon. If you feel these videos are informative, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Number Nerd.